Welcome to Nirja Education. Today we are going to discuss on class 10 chapter, that is resources and development. Resources and development are dependent on each other. First we understand the term resources. What is resources? Everything available in the nature which can be used to satisfy our needs are called resources, are termed as a resources. जो भी things available है in the nature, in the environment which we are using, that all are called resources. Right now this blackboard, fan, light, chalk, these all are what? These all are the resources for me because I am using it. So everything available in the environment which can be used by the people are termed as a resources. But there are some conditions in the definition of the resources. They are technologically accessible, second is economically feasible, and third is culturally acceptable. What is technologically accessible? Technologically accessible means technology needed to use the resources. Resources are available, but to extract it we need a technology and to make a proper use of it. मतलब resources तो available है, but उसको extract करने के लिए we need a technology. If we know that under this ground there is a crude oil, but we need technology to extract that crude oil. So resources must be a technologically accessible, जिससे हम लोग technology use करके resources को हम बाहर निकाल सकते हैं और उसका use कर सकते हैं. अगर resources technologically accessible है, then second condition is economically feasible. क्या वो economically feasible है? Now what do you mean by economical feasible? Economically feasible means we have enough money to extract the resources. मतलब हमारे पास टेक्नोलॉजी है but we don't have money, तो क्या हम उसका यूज कर पाएंगे? No, we must have enough money. हमारे पास अगर enough money हो गए तो we can use the technology and we take out that the crude oil which are present under the ground. So we must have money. We must know the quantity and the quality of a crude oil. मतलब if you are using a money for टेक्नोलॉजी, देन उसमें से इतना क्वांटिटी और क्वालिटी होना चाहिए कि वो आपको बेनिफिट करे. सो इट शुड बी इकोनॉमिकली फिजिबल. नाउ द रिसोर्सेज आर टेक्नोलॉजिकली एक्सेसिबल, इकोनॉमिकली फिजिबल. देन थर्ड पॉइंट इज इट शुड बी कल्चरली एक्सेप्टेबल. क्या वो कल्चरली एक्सेप्टेबल है? दैट मीन्स इट शुड बी एक्सेप्टेड बाय द ऑल द पीपल्स. इट शुड नॉट हर्ट द sentiments of the people and even the surrounding and the home. मतलब अगर जो भी हम रिसोर्सेज हमें मिलेंगे वो किसी भी पीपल को हर्ट नहीं होना चाहिए, उसके सराउंडिंग को नहीं होना चाहिए, ना ही उसके होम को. सो द डेफिनेशन ऑफ द रिसोर्सेज इज एवरीथिंग विच आर अवेलेबल इन द एनवायरमेंट विच वी कैन यूज. It should be technologically accessible, economically feasible and culturally acceptable. So this is the introduction to the resources. I hope now you understand the word resources. Now human beings interact with the nature through technology and create an institution to accelerate the economic development. It means जो human beings है वो क्या करते हैं? Interact with the nature. मतलब जो भी available है चीज़ें nature में उसको use करके the people will use the material which are available in the environment and transfer that material into the resources with the help of a technology, and then that resources distributed in the different institution to increase our economic development. मतलब there is a interdependence of nature, technology and institution. Without this human being can't do anything. मतलब nature में जो भी material available है people will transport the material into the resources. मतलब nature में जो भी चीज़ available है उसको हमारा proper use कर सके उसके लिए वो उसको proper एक resource बनाएंगे. मतलब whatever thing available in the nature they make the proper use of it and make a resource by using a technology. Without technology it is impossible. And then that resources distributed in the different institution to increase our economic development. So human being interact with the nature through technology and create an institution to accelerate the economic development. Accelerate means to increase the economic development. Now do you think that resources are the free gift of a nature? No, resources are not a free gift of a nature. Resources are a function of human activities. That means resources are a function of a human activities. For an example, river is a natural resource, but the river is a resource for the people when the water of the river is used by the people for the irrigation purpose and for power production. रिवर तो है, नेचुरली एनवायरमेंट में हमारे पास रिवर तो है, बट व्हेन दैट रिवर्स वाटर बिकम अ रिसोर्स फॉर अस व्हेन इट इज यूज्ड बाय द पीपल फॉर इरिगेशन पर्पस एंड फॉर द पावर प्रोडक्शन, देन ओनली दैट रिवर बिकम अ रिसोर्स फॉर अस. Classification of resources. Now in this we are going to see the 4 classification of resources. First one is on the basis of origin, that is biotic resources and abiotic resources. Biotic resources mean living thing and abiotic resources means non-living thing. Example of a biotic resources are human being, flora, fauna. Flora, fauna means animals and plants, etc. Abiotic means non-living thing. For example, soil, land, stone, or you can say rocks are the example of a non-living thing, that is abiotic resources. Now on second one is on the basis of exhaustibility. In that it is a renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those resources which can be renewed by physical, chemical or mechanical, is known as renewable resources. For example, solar energy, wind energy, etc. Non-renewable resources. Example of a non-renewable resources are minerals and the fossil. These resources take millions of years in their formation. Fossil fuel get exhausted with their use. Now the third is on the basis of ownership. Under that there is a 4 category, that is individual resources, community owned resources, national resources and international resources. Now what do you mean by the individual resources? Individual resources means which is owned privately by the individual. Individual resources मतलब वो resources होते हैं जो privately किसी particular individual ने own किया है. For example, people owns plot, house, property. उनके पास जो हाउस है, खुद का घर है या उनकी खुद की जो प्रॉपर्टी है, that comes under the category of individual resources. Second is community resources, community owned resources. Community owned resources are those resources where all the members of the community accessible to the resources. मतलब जो community के जितने भी members हैं वो सारे लोग वो use कर सकते हैं, वो resource use कर सकते हैं, उसे कहते हैं community owned resources. For an example, in the village, grazing ground, ponds, burial ground are the example of a community owned resources. And in urban areas there is a public parks, picnic spots, playground. These are community owned resources which is used by the members of the community. Now third is the national resources. Now national resources means all the resources come under the national resources only. You can say even the individual resources and the community owned resources, that also come under the national resources, because the country has a legal right to acquire the private property for a public goods. मतलब नेशन के पास जो नेशनल रिसोर्सेज है और हमारी जो कंट्री है उनके पास राइट है कि प्राइवेटली ओन जो भी आपकी चीज़ें हैं वो गवर्नमेंट ले सकते हैं फॉर द पब्लिक गुड्स. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, रोड, कैनल्स, डैम्स आर कंस्ट्रक्टेड इन द फील्ड ऑफ इंडिविजुअली ओन्ड रिसोर्सेज. मतलब कि किसी की भी जगह है, सपोज के रेलवे ट्रैक बनाना है और वहां पे किसी इंडिविजुअल की प्लेस आई है तो पब्लिक जो नेशंस होता है उनके पास राइट होता है कि वो उसको एक्वायर कर सकते हैं. So all the resources come under the natural resources only, and all the minerals, water resources, forests, wildlife, that also land, that also belong to the nation within the political boundary on oceanic area up to 12 nautical miles. मतलब उनका जो एरिया है अप टू 12 नॉटिकल माइल, उस तक के एरिया में ये जो नेशंस हैं उनका राइट होता है. 12 नॉटिकल माइल्स मतलब 19.2 किलोमीटर तक, अप टू 19.2 किलोमीटर नेशन हैज अ राइट टू एक्वायर दैट फील्ड फॉर द पब्लिक यूज. मतलब नेशन के पास राइट्स है कि वो वहाँ के रिसोर्सेज अप टू 12 नॉटिकल माइल तक वो यूज कर सकते हैं. And the last one is international resources. There are the international institutions which regulate some resources. The oceanic resources beyond nautical miles of the exclusive economic zone belong to the open ocean, and no individual country can utilize these without the concurrence of the international institution. That means कि जो भी रिसोर्सेज, जो ओशनिक एरिया में जो भी रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल है आफ्टर 12 नॉटिकल माइल्स, 12 नॉटिकल माइल्स मतलब के 19.2 किलोमीटर्स के बाद जो भी एरिया जो आता है ओशनिक एरिया अप टू 200 नॉटिकल माइल्स, that comes under the United Nation or the international organization. मतलब वहाँ के जो रिसोर्सेज जो अवेलेबल है 200 के बाद 200 नॉटिकल माइल्स में वो कोई भी कंट्री यूज नहीं कर सकते. यस, बट वहाँ पे रिसोर्सेज बहुत ज़्यादा है और कंट्री को डेवलप होने के लिए वो यूजफुल हो सकता है, कंट्री उससे डेवलप्ड हो सकती है वो रिसोर्सेज यूज करने के बाद. तो विद द परमिशन ऑफ अ यूनाइटेड नेशन, दैट इज अ इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, द कंट्री कैन यूज दैट रिसोर्सेज अप टू द 200 नॉटिकल माइल्स. यू कैन से 370 किलोमीटर्स. 200 नॉटिकल माइल्स मतलब 370 किलोमीटर्स. So this is the international resources. Now the fourth and the last classification of the resources will be discussed in our next video.